Let's talk about some books that center elderly protagonists. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I really like books that have elderly protagonists, and today I'm going over 5 books that have elderly protagonists and one bonus that kind of fits, kind of doesn't, but is good enough to add to this list. Okay, let's jump into it. If you've been watching this channel, you know I have a interesting relationship with Stephen King's books because the ones that I've read have been weird. Not bad, just weird. I'm gonna give them another try because one of my friends on here suggested that I read another one. So, anyways, besides that, this book, the first one that we're going over is Insomnia by Stephen King. And yes, it was weird, but what made me keep reading it was it centered the main character, Ralph, who was an elderly man. This man was fighting insomnia. At the same time, he was dealing with being a new widow. At the same time, he was dealing with trying to solve a crime and like stand up for his community and younger people in the community. At the same time, he was trying to figure out where he fit in. He was navigating friendships and a new romantic relationship and like finding himself and doing all type of stuff. And the ending was heartbreaking. But what I enjoyed about this book is what I typically enjoy about books that center elderly protagonists is that we really got to see the world through the lens of an elder. Like it was very interesting to see how they interacted with people that were younger than them, if they had family members, if not, what it looks like on a day-to-day, especially when your life is so different than it used to be, like just figuring everything out all over again. So I enjoyed that the main character was Ralph. It's probably the reason that I kept reading it. It's a thick one, but it's worth it if you like that type of stuff. So that's the first one, Insomnia by Stephen King. The second one, this main character is a woman. She's an elderly woman. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Pelt. This book was so good to me. I want to say it's cute, but it's not cute in like a way that when I say a book is cute, people like might think that it's not traumatic. This has a traumatic element. This is told from 3 point of views. It has the elderly main character. Her name is Tova, and she builds a friendship with a giant Pacific octopus. That's cute to me. Then the octopus has his point of view. He's telling a story in here, and you get to hear his distinct voice and see like what his perspective is, how observant he is. And then you have a third main character, which is a younger man, and all of their point of views like merge to meet in the middle. And that is so neat to me, like the way that this book goes over it. So I enjoyed it. Tova, the main character, was also grappling with loss, and she was a widow as well. She was also trying to find herself, dealing with what goes into like your home that you've lived in your whole life when things have changed. Like, doesn't even feel like home anymore, you know, like one you grew up in or one you like raised your kid in and stuff. She is figuring out life. Like she's trying to determine what's her next step because she's in a new chapter. It's good, y'all. It is to me. And Tova, the main character, is like, she really highlights the importance of hard work, even if your job, like you might think you have a menial job, but like hard work, you know, like just why it matters, like how you do anything is how you do everything. And I appreciated that. I appreciated like her showing how it looks to go into a next step when you've lived like a very full life. You still have new challenges, you still have new stuff that comes in. So to me, this was really good. I've seen people say they didn't like it. I enjoyed it. So that's that. Next, we have an elderly man. He is not grappling like loss in the romantic sense, but we have The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. It's about an old man who is literally going to catch a fish, a huge giant fish, and his journey bringing that back to land. It like highlights solitude and resilience, and again hard work and dedication, and like continuously like knocking on that door until it's open, because by any means necessary he's gonna get back to that shore. And just what you go through, that like what that looks like, and then being alone. There is another character though in this book. It's a short read. There's another character in this book that's a younger man who, like, the older man in here trying to like teach him the ropes, but at this particular time he's going out by himself, so he's also dealing with like grappling with loneliness and stuff like that, but not in a way that the other two books were that I mentioned. Not in this way, slightly different, but this is short and impactful, but it was so good. Okay, next. This one is an elderly man. He is 91 years old and he's dealing with dementia. That's The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray by Walter Mosely. This book was good for a lot of reasons. It has I guess all of these books are similar but different. Like, I like them for the reasons that I like books that deal with elderly protagonists, because it focuses a lot on like the relationships between the elderly person that we're talking about, and then their younger family members, the younger people in the community, like having to figure out, like, you've never been this age before, so you're having to figure out how to be that age. You're having to figure out everything that comes with it, being dependent on other people. In this book in particular, Ptolemy Gray, like I said, he's dealing with dementia, and you're thinking about like times in his past that were like monumental to him and what that means now. You're seeing a relationship between the younger people in his family. He actually gets to get like an experimental treatment that helps him redeem some things. You follow him on this journey. You get to see him like experience new things again. He's reminiscing on like the most important times of his life, and seeing like the world for what it is now that he's not, who he used to be. It was very interesting to me. The only thing that I didn't like was his relationship, was Ptolemy Gray's relationship with his like great step niece or something like that. It was off-putting, but I feel like it's not like the author was highlighting it, like encouraging it, but it made sense for this book, and I think it's meant to kind of make you uncomfortable. But this also has a TV series on Apple TV, so I did watch that afterwards, and I feel like they did a really good job at capturing what Mosely was talking about in this book. So yeah, that was good. And the fifth book on this list, this main character is not as old as these. He's not as old, but he's still old and he's near death. So that is Don't Cry for Me by Daniel Black. I know y'all know what this is, but the main character of this book, his name is Jacob, and he is again close to death, and he's writing letters to his son explaining who he is, how he became this person, like trying to help his son understand why he did the things he did, why he had the perspectives he had. And it's really like it's getting it off his chest. It's his way of like trying to make things right, or as much right as he knows how. It's reflective. It's sad kind of to see, because you're anticipating something, and it's, I don't know, it's just it's so good. You get to see a flawed main character who knows he's flawed. He's owning it, but he's at a spot where he's like, at this point, like, what can I do? You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people go through that, where you like, I've been in denial all this time, or I didn't know. And now when I'm looking back, because it's near the end, now I'm just like, dang, this is all I got left is these letters, and I hope you understand at the very least, I tried. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed that. Lastly, so we did the 5. This last book is not, I didn't put it in this stack because it's not solely about an elderly main character. This next book is told from the perspective, like, it has multiple point of views, like multiple, a lot. Okay, a whole lot. And some of those are elderly. So you have like, it's like every member of the community. You have a group of old men, old black men. You have a group of old white men. You have a group of young white men. You have a group of young black men. You have a group of old white women, old black women. So it's a range, but it is a central theme, this certain group of old black men. So that is A Gathering of Old Men by Ernest J. Gaines. This book, so I initially picked it up because of the cover and the title. I thought the book was going to solely be about, and the mini description on the back, I thought the book was going to be about this group of old black men, and it's something to do with a gathering and a rebellion of some sort. That's kind of like what I got from this. And then the back says, set on a Louisiana sugarcane plantation in the 1970s, it's a powerful depiction of racial tensions arising over the death of a Cajun farmer at the hands of a black man. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's about old black men rising up, some kind of rebellion. And it was about that. There was this event that happened, like I just said, a Cajun farmer got killed by a black man, and it's everybody giving their perspective on the situation. It's like they're trying to like solve this, like, what do we do about this? And everybody's kind of giving their POV. And it's interesting. It's not exactly what I expected, but that's not a bad thing. Like, I didn't write the book. I just guessed based on the title, the back, and the picture, because I mean, beautiful cover art. But yeah, it is good. You do get the perspective of a wide range of people, and there is this central group of black men, older black men. So that's why I kind of put it in here, but it didn't feel right to like put it in here and not say that, because it's not really strictly about an elderly protagonist, but it's enough of it for me to make it a bonus. So you got 5 books and a bonus book. Let me give you my last little look here. So that's it. If y'all have read any of these, let me know what you think. Yeah. And this is, I'm sure I have plenty more books, but these are just the ones that I just recently read and wanted to share with y'all. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. If you've read any of these, if you're interested in any of these, and if do you like elderly protagonists too? Because I do. I just feel like the stories have like wisdom etched into it. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoy it. Let me know what y'all think, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.